so this is George Chung here. So here we are going to prepare your upcoming week market analysis, which is the 19 October until the 24th of October. Yes, 19 to 24th of October. So that's, the time just flies so fast as we are now reaching the uh, close to end of the years. Okay, and then next month. Okay, don't forget everyone. Next month there's a election in US, so the market will be very slow, okay, be very slow because of the election. So every investor is be very cautious in this situation, current situation. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started off with upcoming week market analysis. So first we go to AUD USD H4. So basically, for AUD, okay, AUD, the entire market we can see that still in a downtrend. Okay, market very clear in a downtrend, even though in day one still in the up downtrend. Then when we look into H4, okay, when we look into H4, so this is the perception that I'm having. So this is my key line level. Okay, this will be okay. My key line level will be a higher bit, okay, which is this level. So for the potential short area, okay, I'm looking at this area. When I'm expecting market retrace to this area, then we can see much more seller coming in to sell. Okay, so this is the key level. So basically, as we can see that this is a buyer area. Okay, why? Because this is support. So this area will be attracting a lot of buyer as well. But buy over here will be not so convincing us because of the trend is moving down. And then the next will be okay. Audi CAD. Basically, Audi CAD. The market needs some retracement. So okay, retracement until this level. Okay, to this level we can see a shot. Okay, we can see a shot. Then the next would be AUD yen. Okay, AUD yen similar situation as AUD USD, but this key line will be a bit higher, which is this is the A grade key line area. So we are expecting the market something like this to be happen and drop. Okay, so mostly we are seeing drop. So if you think you wanted to have some counter trade, so you may buy until over these two. So you need to be cautious of big seller is coming in over that area. Okay, that area will be very convince pricing for the seller to come in. Okay, so the next will be all these Swiss franc. Okay, so basically Aussie Swiss franc, because market already dropped to a very low point. So I'm going to look into day one. Okay, day one to have my uh do my mapping for the upcoming week. Okay, so basically for AUD CHF, okay, especially for this pair, the entire market is still in a uptrend, as we can see an upside. But we can see the market in a small so-called minor trend is moving downwards, okay, moving downward. So I'm expecting downward until of this area, market is going to have an advance, okay, going to have an advance. So current view, market still having a drop, okay, having a drop. So in this perception, I'm going to see market will be retracing area to this level, okay, and this level, and I will be waiting for a banker sign, and we can see a downside exposure, okay, down until of this level. Okay, so coming on next, AUD New Zealand. Okay, AUD New Zealand basically also a big drop. Okay, also a big drop, as we can see the market just moving very clear, lower low, lower high, and then this is so-called this is not yes, this is lower high, and then market create a higher high, and then now again market create a new lower low. That's why market change again from downtrend up to go to up, and then go back to down. So for now, market still we can see that it's still in a downside exposure. Okay, still in a downside exposure. Okay, another pair is gold. Okay, so basically gold. Okay, so gold, what is happening in gold? Let's look into it. Okay, so this is the high. Okay, higher high, and then higher high, and then higher high. Okay, this is higher low, higher low. Okay, and then higher high. Okay, so basically market currently, okay, in a big trend, okay, in a big trend, big one, okay, big one is still down, up, okay, sorry, up, but in a small one is continue down. So at least, okay, at least if you want to have a buy, this is the first area, okay, and then this is the much more closer one. Okay, so I'm seeing the market going to range for over here for a while, like this. We are going to see some range first because for the up, uh, better wise is market, entire market actually is still in a uptrend. Okay, it's still in a uptrend. Okay, it's still in an uptrend. So uh, still in an uptrend. Still in an uptrend. So again, as we can see that basically if you're using channel, you can see very clear the channel. Okay, the channel very clear. Okay, this is so-called channel. So basically market is still in the uptrend. Okay, still in the uptrend. So expecting for the market able to retest at least to this area and seeing upside exposure. Okay, so the next will be GBP bear. Okay, GBP, which means Great British Pound. So first will be GBUSD. Okay, so far GBP okay, entire the big trend. Okay, the big trend is still in upside exposure. Okay, still in upside exposure. So I'm seeing that this area, okay, this area will be a very good buy. As you can see, came in, buyer came in, buyer came in. So I'm expecting market to drop to this level, and we can see an upside exposure. Of course, for a better upside exposure, I'm going to wait for a setup first. Okay, I'm going to wait for a setup, join in the market, okay, wait for a setup to join the market, then I'll be entering, okay, because I'm seeing that a setup is controlling the market moving down currently. Okay, there's a setup controlling the market down, so I'm going to see a new setup that showing that it's going to control and showing back up the force going back up. Okay, so next will be GBP or C. So GB or C basically, this is very good. Okay, so basically this is a still a downtrend. Okay, guys, can you see that? Uh, Lower low and then lower low. So there's no sign of higher high yet. So over this area, of course, this area will be a huge seller going to came in. As you can see, the first sign of seller already came in. So expecting like struggle a bit and drop. So this is the GBP or C, and then the upcoming will be GBP CHF. Okay, so basically GBP CHF is still in the range. Okay, still in the range. This is the range area. Okay, so seeing upside exposure. Okay, so because when market is in the range, we don't know the exact direction, but we know that buy at the support and sell at the resistance. Of course, this is the first thing we know. The second thing is the trend telling us which area, okay, which direction is better for us to, which is buy. So as you can see, the high is having high and high. Okay, then GBB cat. Okay, so GBB cat. Okay, so GBK basically is showing a downside exposure. So I'm going to wait until the market to advance until this level, okay, this level, and we're going to see a downside exposure. Okay, so the next will be okay GBP yen. Okay, GBP yen. So GBP yen basically market already create down. Both I'm seeing downside exposure. This is a key line area. Okay, key line area. So over this area, Okay, so we can see a downside exposure. Okay, we can see a downside exposure and drop. Okay, we can see a continuous drop. And then this is GBP New Zealand. Okay, GBP New Zealand, basically this, because mostly the current, most of the pair that we have seen through, okay, most of the pair are in a range market situation. Okay, it's mostly in the range. So basically, market will be just ranging over these two lines. Okay, over this line will be taking some time for it to range. And then next will be Euro. Okay, first we look into Euro GBP. Okay, so basically Euro GBP, because this is the lower high area, I'll be preferring when the market retraces to this level and I go to see the market is showing downwards, okay, showing downside exposure. I'll be expecting the market first retrace to this level and be seeing the downside exposure. Okay, so the next will be Euro Aussie. Okay, Euro Aussie. So the Euro Aussie, basically, we can see that market very clear on buyer force growing up, okay, growing up. And then the next thing is, okay, the next thing is because of market is reaching the resistance already. So there's high potential for market to drop, okay, for the, but I will be selling after a setup is formed. Okay, I'll be selling after a setup is formed. Okay, so very clear that this is our very strong support. Previously very strong, as you can see, support. Okay, support. Now market break already, which means all the buyer have been killed. Okay, all the buyer have been killed. So we can see a downside exposure now because they have been battling for some time. Okay, they have been battle for some time. Battle. Okay, now broke down, which means seller have won. Okay, seller won the buyer. Okay, so the next will be Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand, okay, it's not seem so favor for me because the market is quite choppy now. But I can see that the upside exposure still able to continue. Okay, upside exposure still continue because as we can see, this is higher high, and then higher low, and then higher in the big time frame wise. So market drop to the previous higher low period, market bounce up. So we can see a upside exposure for Euro, New Zealand. Okay, next will be Euro Yen. Okay, Euro Yen will be a downside exposure, of course. Okay, because of what? Because of yen is strengthening during these uncertainty times. Okay, during these uncertainty times, Euro yen is strengthening. Okay, yen is strengthening. So we can see a downside exposure of yen. Okay, Euro yen. Sorry. Okay, the next will be Euro USD. Okay, so Euro USD basically same thing lah. Okay, same thing. We can see market is low, lower low. So any retracement higher, any high retracement, we can look for sell opportunity. So first sell to where we going to see the market going to drop. First area is this 1.16719. Okay, this will be the first TP. If market retrace higher, then I go for a short. I will be TP over here. So this will be a, could be say as a long term trade. Okay, long term, because I take this as, assume this as long term, because during this time the market liquidity is reducing, so it could take like 5 days 6 days to reach the area. Okay, 5 days 6 days to reach the area, or even if the liquidity is enough. Okay, once any big news come in, so it can make it just in one day, and it can just happen in one day. So NZD USD, okay. So for this, I would much more favor in this pair, okay. So we can see higher high, higher low, and then higher high. So this is higher low, and then this is over this higher area, okay. I can see the setup I want already formed, okay. The setup I want already formed. So I'll be seeing buy for that. So the next will be New Zealand CAD. And New Zealand CAD still in the downside exposure. So I've been wait for it to retrieve to this key line, and I've been seeing a short area, short position. So the next will be New Zealand CHF. Okay, New Zealand CHF basically also the same thing. New Zealand CHF, okay, key line over here, yes, key line over here. So over here we can wait for a banker sign, then we go for it. Then New Zealand yen. And New Zealand yen basically entire thing is still in the downtrend. Okay, so we can see if the market just retrace, okay, retrace to which area. So I'm seeing that this area, okay, this area. So we can see that, okay, going to this area and we're going to drop. Okay, the next will be, okay, the next will be others, which is CAD pair. Okay, so basically CAD, let me look into day one. Let's look into day one first. Okay, so market currently is very choppy. Okay, if you really wanted to trade this pair, so I will be teaching you one of the method. Okay, so you put your support resistance. This is the resistance, and then this is the nearest support. Okay, so over here, so we can see is the market in the big range. Okay, so this is in the middle of the range, so we don't take it. We take it either bottom or at the top. Okay, so this will be much more clearer. And then next will be CAD yen. CAD yen, okay, very good. So we can see downside exposure. Okay, we can see downside exposure. So over here we can look for sell. Okay, sell until of this support, okay, this support area. And then the next will be CHF yen. Okay, CHF yen. So CHF basically, okay, if we look into this CHF yen, so the market is very higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, higher, low. So basically, market is still supporting by the higher low. So buyer is still in a strength. Okay, buyer that's still in strength. There's buyer strength still in the market. Okay, so if you look in the market, yes. Okay, so I will rather let's say this area. Okay, I will I will be want I will wanted the market able to close higher first. Okay, close higher, then I can see upside exposure. And then the next will be the last will be USD pair. Okay, USD pair. Okay, so we look into first USD cat. First USD cat. Okay, so we can see that okay, USD cat overall is still in a downtrend. Lower low, lower high, lower low. So this is not a lower high. Okay, this is not a lower high. So I'm expecting the market go higher and have a drop. Okay, because USD CAD is still in a downtrend. Why? Because in this situation we can expecting okay USD CAD will be down. Might be the reason of CAD is strengthening. But just now we have analyzed the CAD. We are expecting CAD going to down, right? Which means in this situation USD is more weakening. So both of them are actually having the same correlation, which is you weak, I also weak. So both of them are just in the area. That's why there's no liquidity for the market to decide the direction. So we can see that this also, okay, this USD yen also low, 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 or keep on lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. So basically entire USD, okay, USD is still showing weakness, okay, showing weakness. let's look into the last, which is USD CHF. So as you can see, USD CHF as well, also showing downward force, low, high, lower low. So this could be the lower high area, and then this is the resistance area. So a lot of sellers are selling. That's why until now we are not seeing, buy in USD, which means for the upcoming week, USD is continue to be weakened. We are expecting USD continue to be weakened. Okay, USD continue to be weakened. So let's say for the pair AUD. So AUD USD, right? So we are expecting USD weak. So which means AUD USD should move up, right? So as you can see, gold, as we just analysis, gold entire we are seeing upside exposure. So the thing is tally with USD. So in this situation as well, USD is going to weak, right? So this area will be attracting a lot of buyers. So the thing also tally, okay? The thing also tally. That's why we are seeing, okay, I'm seeing that USD for the upcoming week, which is the 19th October until the 24th of October, is going to be weakened. Okay, so I hope that you are guys are enjoying this analysis. All the analysis is done by Price Action Mastery. So I'm the coach, Josh Chong, and we are expertise in human behavior price action. So we are going to set up a free group, okay, for everyone who willing to learn human behavior pricing. You can join the group. Okay, there's a link below, a group link below. You can join, and then every Wednesday, okay, Wednesday we're going to have a live classes through Zoom with everyone of you. So if you wanted to learn new thing, make sure you join us and be turn up on time. So I'm the coach Jong of Price Action Mastery founder. So I'm going to see you in my live class. And thank